Why did Kamala Harris lose?
Oh man, there are a whole host of reasons. I think they can be boiled down to the genocide in the economy, and really how those two issues are kind of intertwined, right? We can all, I think everybody in the West has some idea that the actions being taken by the United States and NATO abroad are causing problems within the economy back at home. They may not be able to articulate the intricacies of that, but they know it's true. And then there's just the reality of the genocide itself. George, I don't know if you recall, but I said some time ago on this show, no Democrat since Bill Clinton, and that was only one time, no Democrat has won the United States election without Michigan. And yet time and time again, we saw Kamala stumble and trip and stumble and trip in Michigan. All the way into that final statement that she made where she said, if you want Trump to win, just say so, otherwise I'm talking. She said that in Detroit, Michigan. And so the Arab voters and the Muslim voters of Dearborn all came out and said, okay, cool, we don't want to make you a liar, so we'll literally vote for Trump to stop you from winning. And that was a tale of the tape as far as the election is concerned. I do echo the sentiments, however, of your last caller, where he said, who knows where we would be at if the Democrats would have won. And I believe that's the case for a whole host of reasons, because don't believe for a second that they didn't try to cheat. I don't believe that. I just believe that sometimes you could try to cheat and you still lose. And I believe that they're not unified. And that's why Kamala wasn't able to come away with the victory this time.
Yeah, and there are some weird things happening, aren't there? We're asked to believe that some states voted heavily for Trump, but then voted for a woke Democrat for senator on the same election night. It may be that the cheating moved down the ticket, as it were. What's your view on that?
That's a possibility. Or there's also situations where in Missouri, for example, where Josh Hawley maintained his seat, Missouri legalized marijuana. They got rid of their pro-abortion ban. They raised the minimum wage to $15 per hour. So a bunch of progressive policies passed in a state that is deeply red. And so it could just be, it's not that people don't like progressive policies. It isn't that they didn't just like Kamala. It isn't that they're sexist. It isn't that they're racist. It's just that they don't like them. They don't like Democrats. They're done with them. They're done with the gaslighting. And then there's the point that a lot of people have made that I, of course, echo as well. Where the hell did those 20 million votes come from last election, and where did they go? And why were so many of them first-time voters, and all of a sudden they disappeared this election? I would like to believe it's the genocide that caused the disappearance of those votes, but I don't believe that. And during the pandemic, there were a lot of unique ways that you could have voted that didn't really have accountability or a chain of custody that couldn't be done this election. And I just find it weird that those votes appeared last election whenever the voting system was most vulnerable. And now they disappeared this election, and Trump won by a landslide with both the electoral and the popular vote.